DBs are going into this first week of season?
Well, number one, I'm happy we're healthy. We have a lot more depth, and I'm going to play a lot more guys from the beginning to the end, which gives me a chance to evaluate some critical guys that haven't played as much. And if we continue that through the season, with the amount of plays we play, having more guys playing is going to really help us and make us faster and better, obviously, in the fourth quarter.
What specifics are you trying to evaluate from your guys in this UCD?
Well, consistency. It all is based on consistency and who I can trust. And, teams like this are the teams that can come in here and do a lot of trick plays and trick formations. They're good at it, actually. They're old Cal offense when Tedford was the head coach there. And they were really good back then, and their head coach had been an assistant with them, so they've done a nice job running that offense. And it's real different than what we see every day. So it's multiple tight ends, multiple backs, and our first game is nothing like what we've been practicing against. So there's a lot of evaluation that's going to go on in terms of our discipline and how consistent we can be.
What did Schooler do in a short amount of time to get him to team?
Well, Schooler's one of those kids that has tremendous confidence along with ability. And he's really fast. And so add all that together, and he gets football. He came from a great high school program. He's been able to compete from day one with all those things going in his favor.
And he looks tall as well. What's he kind of like athletically?
He's pretty special. Yeah. He can close. He's got high ball skills. He's really fast, and he understands the game. And like I said, he's tough. So. We're looking to see what he'll do. He's got to get it done in a game. We'll put him out there and see what happens, and that's the consistency we're all looking for right now.
Who are some of the others you're hoping to show up?
Fotu he'll get reps, and we need to see what he can do. Matrell McGraw needs to see what he can do. Ty Griffin, Malik Levet, that's a lot of guys, but we got to put him in. I got to give him a chance to perform, see what they're all about.
Were you expecting that from Schooler this soon? I mean, obviously he still hasn't played the game, but did you expect him to come in and have a chance to contribute?
Maybe no freshman you ever think that way. I don't, at least, because weird things happen when they get here. Weird things
like
happen.
What?
Well, I mean, all of a sudden they lose their confidence, or they get homesick, or they don't understand football. There's a lot of things that, ability-wise, yes, but you don't know if they can hang with the level of football we play and all the insanity we see on offense now. But for him, it was an easy transition. And mainly with this guy's a football player. He loves to play and he loves to compete. He practices like it.
You talked about wanting to play more guys, week in, week out. How many more do you expect to, and maybe it depends on the game, but
well, somewhere
a
lot. I mean, it's not even going. I hope it's not even going to be comparative. I've got the ability to play 5 corners and 6 safeties, and so somewhere along to that, and the 5th one being Tyree Robinson, is a really good corner. And I've got to play him sometimes at corner, and not allow me to play even a Jet Janis, who's done really well down the line, because it's such a long season. And to stay healthy, we got to play more people, but they got to earn it, and they have to be able to trust them too.
When was the last time you played that many guys?
I don't know. That's a good question, because I don't know if I've ever had that thought process in my head. Part of it is just because the amount of we defended more passes than anyone in the country last year, and it's like I started thinking about it more and more, and maybe some of the plays that we didn't make we're just asking guys to do too much. So it'd be a good strategy to play more people like we have in the D-line, that we've been able to do that for years. But secondary guys, there's a lot to learn. If you make a mistake, you give up touchdowns. It's beat us, but let's not beat ourselves.
Steve Fairwood has said that with Hope as the new DC, it's been a lot more physical, especially for his line, being able to go up against the D-line. Have you guys felt like there's that same kind of physicality, or at least amped up?
Well, yeah, and again, we'll see Saturday, because the difference is that we move our front so much. In the past, we were a 2-gap, three-man spacing team with these big guys that, literally played 2 gaps. Now we're more of a penetrating 1-gap defense, and it's going to help us because you don't have to be DeForest Buckner, especially when you don't have DeForest and those guys. So there'll be a lot of after the game going, where are we? And then we're going to get right back to it, and hopefully we're where we want to be.
Obviously, you're up in the booth
Uh-huh.
on game days. Does that change anything for you?
Yeah, it means that I'm more comfortable. I have hot coffee on cold days. Someone brings in food, yeah, stuff like that. It's really funny though. That angle is the exact angle that you see when you watch video, because those video guys are right above us, and you see that, and it's like watching practice or a game in my office. What happens in a press box is sometimes misunderstood. You can't all be talking at the same time. There's a signal caller, play caller, that's Brady. He doesn't need me in his ear saying, no, run this, run that, So I have to learn to be real quiet and then organize it once our offense is on the field, and then we can talk about strategies or personnel, things like that.
When was the last time you were in the press box?
Well, I was in the press box for half the season last year or something. I don't remember how long, but I just went up there because I felt like I was useless on the sideline. Then I went up there and I was still useless, but people thought it was good. I don't know sometimes. If I don't show up to the game, no one's going to go, oh my God, John's not here.
Now, are you responsible just for your group or watching the entire group and relaying it?
I see everything. I've been a coach in 100 years, so first I look at their formations, the call formation, are we lined up right? Then we try to figure out, once everything happens, what was the play. And generally, like if it's cover 3 and someone gets beat deep outside, I kind of know who did that, stuff like that. But there's some things inside wise, and most of it's making sure we're lined up, and if there's adjustments or checks, that we're doing the right things.
Sorry, who's in their ears then on the sideline? Is that go to Coach Hoke or who?
Well, you mean when the plays are when
when
we're
defense
back?
is on
Well,
the
no,
bench,
it's sort of, DB talks to his assistant and Ron talks to his, and I talk to mine during the plays. Then when it's over, then basically when Brady gets on the phone to me, I give him either suggestions or things not to do or things to do, or let's look at this. And that's that. And we got to get to the next series because it's about 3 plays and out or a touchdown. It's like one play the offense out there and it's a touchdown and we're back on the field. Like, what did you talk about? Nothing. I couldn't even go to the bathroom. So fast. That does happen. I've been in the bathroom before and we scored a touchdown, and and I'm telling people in there, move, man, I got to get back.
Maybe 2 touchdowns, depending on
depending on how well we're playing. Yeah. Anything else? No? All right. You're welcome. All right.
Thanks.